Go into nerds stuff they dug up on CD-ROM. But one of the things they dug up, he had a close relationship with a gross content creator named Starman3. They were friends. CD-ROM thought he was helping someone in need by maintaining this friendship. Don't think it was very helpful. Definitely wasn't helpful to him. Tech Talk ended early because it just was not comfortable for anybody involved.
Dude. Guys, I'm sorry. This is important. CD should be here shortly. This guy may be the worst communicator on the fucking planet. You know how everyone's saying that he's a victim blamer?
Yeah.
The girl that he was fighting with is not even the victim. That's just some random other person.
Oh.
Like, he goes, do you think this makes it better? I go, yeah. Xylee, when he gets in here, can you ask him questions and try to get to the bottom of it? He is lost. He doesn't understand. He doesn't know how to communicate. He's being labeled as the pedo defender and the victim blamer. And yes, maybe he is a pedo defender because he's defended his friend, but he didn't victim blame, which makes it so much better. Jesus Christ. People
so the person he argued with about being banned on Twitter or whatever, and they said they were 13, that wasn't even the person.
That's not the victim. His friend was being inappropriate with a different minor. Like, Billy, do you see how this went to god awful and oh my god, we're gonna have to separate ways with him, or he's gonna eat crow, or I don't even know where this is going, to like, oh, okay, yeah, you're still an idiot, you still fucked up, but at least you didn't blame the damn victim. Like, everyone's saying it was the 13-year-old victim, and that's not who you were arguing with, is it, CD?
What I remember, no, she was just somebody with an axe to grind.
That wasn't the actual victim.
This was just a woman with an axe to grind against Starman. That's why I very incorrectly used the words that I did.
Okay, question. Do you know that for a fact, or is this what Starman told you?
This is what the parental guardians have expressly told me.
The parental guardians, you took their word on all this, because why wouldn't you?
Exactly.
He's a naive retard. He is not an evil person. Did he handle this situation retardedly? Yes. I ask you a direct question. I go, hey, everyone in the chat is saying that you're blaming the victim. Why did you blame this person? And you say to me, oh, some random name. I don't recognize the name. Yeah, she's the aggressor. Bro, that's not what they're saying. Bro, they were calling you a victim blamer. She's not even the victim. Why would you respond that way?
I don't know. I'm such an idiot.
Didi, was she a minor?
Yes.
Wait, the person you were arguing with on Twitter was a minor?
Yes.
Team.
I know he's an idiot, but that's also not the victim.
You know what I'm thinking. I'm sorry. You know automatically what I'm thinking.
I just don't believe it. I don't know.
CD,
You're calling her a woman, but she's a kid.
Yeah, CD, you got a lot of fucking reevaluation to do here.
I think the number one problem, CD, is probably like old men in their 20s at the time playing with 13-year-olds in the same fucking universe in the same game. I think that might be part of the problem.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah.
There's a reasonable ride to stay away from certain game genres, and you know this, Keemstar. Minecraft, Roblox, Smash Bros. They're the ones who always have the issues, do they not?
Yep.
I don't know what else you want me to say.
Well, you should at least clear the air that you weren't victim blaming.
I wasn't.
But it appeared like you were on Tech Talk tonight.
It did appear that way.
CD has a tendency of doing that a lot, and he always has to come back and go, my mind is all muddled or whatever. I've had a bad day. I mean, it's always like that. He always has to take back something that he said.
I just don't want this to stick to him. I think he's a dumb idiot. I don't think he is an evil person.
I don't think he's an evil person either. I agree with you, but unfortunately, it is going to stick with him probably.
Not fair.
I think the road to this not haunting you is not going to be solved tonight. You were friends with this guy, and you guys played games and servers with kids.
You are still friends with the PDF, and why are you even talking to minors?
Very unnormal behavior. That's why I called out your fucking Roblox account.
Yeah, I think like saying he's still friends with the guy. I don't think he's still friends with the guy. Right? You've disavowed him now that you've...
I've disavowed him several times.
Well, that's the thing, right? Like, they want more and more and more because they have more and more questions that are impossible to really get answered because you're not a guy capable of giving us the full fucking picture, it seems. You're jumbled just as much as the jumbled accusations everyone's against you. We're having a really hard time trying to piece it together, and I'm seeing pieces, and I'm trying to say, this is maybe where you could have been coming from, and people are like, Billy, don't manipulate him, don't sweep for him, and I'm just trying to figure out this shit on my own.
This is the situation. You were in the crack house with people selling crack and smoking crack, and unfortunately, I believe you were just hanging out there and weren't doing anything wrong. That's basically what we're dealing with, and everyone else is saying you're a crackhead. He fucking made everybody believe that he attacked the damn victim of his friend. CD, I've done as much as I could do to help, all right? But, bro, you're gonna have to be way more clear with how you respond to things in the future so there's no confusion.
You're right, and it's something I struggle with.
I want to believe that you were trying to fix this guy.
Me too.
You would all be right to assume that.
Difference is I don't want to be right. I don't want to be wrong. I just want you to not be the worst that everybody's accusing you of. I just don't want that to happen. I don't care if I'm right or wrong. I just don't want to come out here tomorrow and we're like a whole new level and I'm like, fuck. I want tomorrow to be like, you know what? I want to give that guy the benefit of the doubt. He's dumb as shit for a lot of different reasons, but you're not dumb. Like you said, you're a technician. This is why a lot of people are having a hard time grasping this, but I can understand why nobody else gives you the benefit of the doubt here.
Well, I'm glad fucking one thing that was incorrect was corrected, and now deal with everything else, CD. Did my job. CD has tried to quit like 15 times, and I told him, nope, you're going to deal with the shit. CD, you want to quit?
Very much so.
You're going to stay here and deal with the shit till we get to the bottom of it. You're dealing with any accusation that comes out. You're going to have to defend yourself, and you're either going to be guilty or innocent. You're defending it. If I let you quit, you're guilty. That's just the end of the story. You're guilty.
All right, well, I'm not guilty of anything, so what do we do?
Fuck it. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna sound like a complete fucking bitch. I'm worried about future decisions with CD.
I would be too. I understand.
That is your... See, bro, dude, just quit. Just quit. Just quit. Really? I can't help you. I can't help you at all, bro. I hate that I feel like that you're innocent. I hate that I feel in my heart that you're innocent, but you are an idiot. What the fuck?
Goes back to his whole story here. He pushes over every time he gets any sort of pushback, which might have been why he did this whole thing in the first place, or the guy's parents and the guy kept asking him to do shit. He's like, oh, I'll help. You help yourself into a fucking shithole all the time. You don't help yourself is what I'm saying.
Xylee, you just said you're worried about him in the future, and he goes, yeah, I don't blame you. What?
Exactly what I'm thinking, bro. Where we come from, what would we have done if this was somebody in Tea Party or something?
Bye.
That's exactly
Xylee,
what we would have done.
Yeah, I get it. I just think he's a fucking idiot. I think he's innocent. I think he's an innocent idiot. I really don't think he's evil.
I wholeheartedly accept that I am an idiot.
I'm letting you quit.
Fucking innocent? Are you gonna take the piss? Yo, motherfucker, call your mate doing dirty shit, and you're like, oh, I did the right thing and told their parents. Are you a fucking spastic, bro? Fuck you, you bald
Nightmare
bitch.
ain't
That's
wrong.
why God made you fucking bald, you creepy little cunt. You fucking stick up for a nonce, bro. Let him fucking quit. Why are we sticking up for this piece of shit? We have families in this community. They have kids, bro. If you were in my neck of the woods, bro, you wouldn't even be breathing right now. In Minecraft. Bro, I could be fucking stopped for being associated a part of this community right now.
To realize he is just going with whatever narrative best fits. I can't, bro.
That's how a lot of people feel, City.
A couple of fucking months ago in my area, a fucking man nearly got fucking burnt alive for being outed for this shit.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, you see how Nightmare is about it, right? 100% understandable, and that's why I said he seems like a liability. It's because of Nightmare's reaction to it, which is not wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong, Nightmare. The guy literally called himself a P-word sicko or whatever, and you still decide to be his friend. That thought process, I can't ride with that thought process.
Referring to kids as sandwiches to have the low-key, and you saying he hasn't got the comprehension to fucking understand what he's doing sick and fucked up when he's referring to him as a fucking incognito. Don't oh my god me and roll your eyes, you sneaky little cunt.
It's a red herring.
Oh, is it fake? Like you reaching out to the fucking 13-year-old victim, right? Was that fake? You reaching out to a 13-year-old girl to be like, well, why are you here?
Nightmare, let him respond. Did you do that?
She wasn't the victim. Oh my god. Are you not capable of listening?
Okay, stop. Because Nightmare, listen, there's a part of this story that you don't understand that I just discovered, and that's why we're here right now. When he is arguing with the person on Twitter, yes, that is a minor. That is a 13-year-old, but that's actually not the victim. That's just a random person in their community that he's arguing with.
So he's arguing with another minor over a fucking pedophile.
Exactly.
It's not any better. It's not any better. It's another fucking child that's trying to out a nonce.
I can't be mad at Nightmare for how he's reacting to it.
Nightmare, you don't understand. He had to deal with this against other Roblox players, not not like, you know, the real world, like grown adults like us.
There's just no way that you could say that with a straight face.
Don't
What the
worry.
fuck am I saying right now?
I've dealt with this before. The Roblox players, listen to me. I've got this.
Like, come on, man. I'll end this
Apparently, CD-ROM was in talks with the parents who were in talks with law enforcement this entire time. I don't know if the guy was doing all this stuff and the police knew about it. What is CD-ROM supposed to do other than try and be
CD,
hold him
Leave him the
accountable?
fuck alone.
He felt like he could help hold the guy accountable.
CD, I need you to think before you talk, all right? And you need to defend yourself. Like, me and Billy can't fucking sit here and try to make sense of what is going on. You got to actually defend yourself on what truly happened.
I maintain my story. He's never had any physical interaction with anybody. And did he goon with some young folks? Yeah, he did. And I very
things
shut
that I
up.
want to do to you that I
You
touch.
shut up. Everybody
fucking
shut
prick.
the fuck up. Everybody shut the fuck up. It doesn't matter if it was physical. What was it? If it wasn't physical, what was it, CD?
Messages that I very
What
harshly
messages?
admonished him for.
What? Hold on,
kind?
Nightmare. Hold on, Nightmare. What kind of messages, CD?
RP and sexual in nature.
With a 13-year-old? I don't give
You
a
are
fuck
sick.
if it was physical or not. How would you feel if that was your 13-year-old child?
I
sick
wasn't
son of a
thinking
bitch.
that far ahead because I'm
Fire
not
him.
a parent.
Fire him or
I
I
tried to
fucking
lead
quit.
my friend
Fire
down the
him or I
straight and
fucking
narrow.
quit. I am not
don't
being
have
on a
to say that.
platform with a fucking non-supporter.
Okay, Nightmare, you don't have to say that. CD just fucking signed his own death wish. You don't have to say that. You don't have to say fire then I quit. Obviously, CD cannot be a part of this community, but I hope moving forward in your life outside of this community,
You gotta go.
you realize your mistakes. It still seems like it's lost on you. Like, Nightmare is not blowing up and losing his mind for nothing. Xylee isn't screaming for nothing. Like, you're actually lost.
I must be. There's something in this I still don't understand, and I'll never figure it out.
That's why you can't be a part of the universe anymore, unfortunately.
I understand.
All right.
Thank you for the experience. It was nice meeting some of you. Thank you for
fucked.
freeing me.
Focus on doing better in the future. This is a learning lesson. Do not go back to these communities. Do not go back to these people. Do better.
Please don't.
100% CD. All your past friends were all fucking weirdos. Every time anyone looked into any community it's all fucking degenerate fucking people. Like, you need real normal friends and stay out of
Cue
these
his
fucking
mistakes.
gaming
He's
communities,
as bad as the
especially with
radio
children.
bitches.
I'm not in any with any children.
You were. That's like a known fact that you
And
were.
and that community that we had, we burned completely to the ground. Rebuilt
run
it
by a
18 plus
pedophile.
only.
CD, this is what I want you to do in the future, right? I want you to look at things as in, what would you do? And this could be anything. What would you do if you were the parent? Would you have appreciated an adult messaging your 13-year-old child like that?
Siley,
Remember,
I
he's
don't know what
already
it's
gone.
like to be a parent. I can't answer that question. You know I
Yeah.
can't. I was
Okay.
only capable of looking at it because it was my friend. My friend did something wrong. I very, very harshly criticized him for it. I reported him to his parents in an effort to get him on the straight and narrow. I'm not sorry for being his moral compass.
You ain't got a moral compass.
Yeah, part of your moral compass is fuck CD. There's part of this that you don't get, and that's just clear.
It must
But,
be because I
can't even
never
look at a
once told
hypothetical.
him to do any of what he did. And I
I'm gonna be
never
honest with you,
would.
CD. I
retard.
don't need to be a parent to know what's right or wrong because I don't have kids either. But I know what I would do if I had a 13-year-old child.
If someone did this to any child,
It's all hypothetical.
especially your own, any child, this is how you feel when someone does this, which is, CD, why we are trying to grasp all of this with your friend, how you could become, I don't want to say compliant with it, because I don't think you were compliant with it, but just be around it. It's hard for people to understand because we get these feelings when we don't see redemption for someone like this. We see dead end of the road. We're done fucking with people like this unless it's to get them proper authorities. Locked up, you ain't getting out, that type of shit. We don't fuck with this. And it's hard for anybody to understand why you would, but I understand you did. So it is what it is.
It is the end of the road, CD. I try to be patient and truly understand this, but I am at the conclusion that you're just never going to get this. Something is wrong where you just can't understand how heinous this is. I get you're not good with your words and whatnot, but yeah, it's the end of the road.
From my perspective, it's not a matter of misunderstanding how bad this is. I know that what he did was wrong, and I never once defended him for anything he did. I keep repeating myself. I strongly admonished him at every single turn. And when that was done, I said that you're going to listen to me and we're going to make this so that you don't keep making these mistakes.
And we're going to continue to play video games.
His parent.
You continue to play video games with him, and there were kids playing those games too. Even though they weren't in your server, you still were playing games with him, right? That's the thing. Going back to the crack house with the crackhead, it's hard for us to grasp. And I understand there's no guilt in your mind, but in ours, it's hard to understand why you would continue playing games with this guy.
Billy, all I admit to is that I believed in forgiveness, redemption, and I believed that I could help him. I believe that he needed an accountability partner.
And
I
his
took it upon myself to
accountability
be that
partner
one.
should have been the FBI.
They wouldn't do anything. That's to his defense. He said that the parents said they talked to the police. Now, if they did or didn't, I don't know. You were under the impression they did. So maybe you should have not been so impressionable in believing them and should have brought him in on your own. Because I think most of us would have been like, I kind of want to fucking send this guy to the FBI.
The guy is still actively making YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Because there's no case.
CD, after this, you are going to talk to your group of support. You're going to talk to your church. You're going to talk to all the people you have, because I don't want you to be alone with your thoughts and all this. You're not going to do anything extra over this. You've been wanting to maybe leave for a while, and this is probably for the best for everybody.
Correct.
Right?
You are entirely correct. I've been miserable for weeks, and I've wanted to leave.
There's nothing crazy in your head right now, right? You're not going to do anything crazy, right?
No, absolutely not.
CD, goodbye.
Goodbye.
He's been banned from the Discord.
I will say this about CD. He's guilty for defending the PDF. What he was accused of, he actually did do, and he had to go. Here's the thing I have. And I hate that this is my opinion because I know I'm going to get a ton of shit, but it is my opinion. I don't think CD-ROM is evil at all.
I don't either.
I think CD-ROM, based on my conversations with him, is cursed by his autism and his religion. Those are the two reasons why he's in this situation. I was on the phone with him last night, and this is after I fired him. He said something along the lines of, I'm so glad this is done and over because the LCU doesn't fit well with my moral compass. And I said, CD, listen, the LCU did not do anything wrong. You did something wrong, and you need to be accountable for it. You defended a guy that had multiple cases of talking to minors. He talked to minors in like 2013, and then he did it again in 2017. Don't quote me on that, but I think those are the years. It happened twice. And you were friends with him both times. And he goes, but Keem, you don't understand. I go, why don't you talk to people in your church? Get their opinion. He goes, they would tell me what I think right now. God teaches us to forgive. I didn't do these things. He did them. I denounced them. I forgave him and tried to help him on his path through life. He's just, he doesn't get it. There was no concept of like, and people say, well, he didn't forgive Buff. I'm going to have to say it. That was part of the script. They were pushing for that war with nerds. If CD-ROM ran off his own mind, he would have forgiven Buff. He already did forgive Buff. Me and Rastov were the one that told CD-ROM, don't forgive him. He told you to end your life. I have no reason to defend this man. It's actually counterproductive to defend him. He's gone, and he doesn't want to come back. My point is this. It does me no favors by having this opinion, but it just is my opinion. I can't find evil in CD-ROM. I can't. I can find a person that would never do what any of us would do. If Boogie got exposed as a legitimate pedo that was messaging minors, he would be fired. He would be kicked off the show. We wouldn't talk to Boogie anymore.
Let me say one thing about CD. I do not believe, until I see evidence that he's like minor attracted, P-word, any of that. Until I see evidence, I will not believe that. What I do believe is he made a very stupid mistake to defend someone who is. That is a stupid mistake that in time I would learn to forgive if he did the right thing, which is separate himself from anyone like that. You got to do that. You have to do that, because otherwise I can't be around you.
I think he got fired unjustly in this case because, like, yeah, did he defend somebody? Yeah, defending somebody and doing actions are two separately different things, right?
The thing is I think you'd have to watch how he responded to things. He responded to things so poorly. When he was on Tech Talk, basically there was some kid, let me give you a little context. Some kid was telling CD, your friend's a nonce, right? Your friend's a pedo or whatever. And CD goes, you need to stay out of this. this. And when he was explaining why he did that to the minor, to the 13-year-old, right? He was like 22 at the time or something, or in his late 20s. He goes, well, that person was the aggressor. There was no concept of children, adult. I don't know if it's autism or what, but there was no concept of, hey, dude, you're an adult. You probably shouldn't be in a community with nothing but kids. But then in CD's defense, he said because he forgave this guy, he went out of his way to make sure that this guy had an 18 plus community and kicked all the kids out. So it's like, it's a very cloudy mess.
The biggest red flag is when Xylee asked him, what if it was your kid? CD said, I don't know, I am not parent.
He doesn't think like we do. When he put that response up there, he literally made himself look like a predator or something. I put this analogy out in Rewind. I go, CD-ROM is at the crack house with the crack dealer and people smoking crack, and he's fighting an allegation that he doesn't smoke crack. You know?
Yeah.
That's like the perfect analogy, right? Because like, if you look into any of CD's like friends and his online groups, there's furries, there's weirdos. I mean, shit, he's on a YouTube channel with a pedo. Like, this person admitted it, called themselves that, had 2 violations of this happening. I'm sorry, but Boogie, Wings, every other person in the universe, we shouldn't be a force to be associated with CD who's associated with these people. And that's why he got fired. He is 100% guilty of defending the PDF file. That's just a fact. He would say, I forgave them and I was defending my friend, but I still did the right thing, right? He would have some counter argument to that. It just sucks because I know he's not a fucking evil person. I just know it.
I think that his mentality of forgive this guy and then get manipulated into defending this guy and still being his friend and still trying to help him and allowing that person to drag him down. I think that's one of the most toxic rule sets I've ever seen in my life. And it's how some people, not all Catholics, but some people used the Catholic Church and their beliefs to get away with some very, very bad fucking things. And I think his mentality is extremely toxic and he genuinely needs to change it.
That's a great point, because based on what I heard from CD is that you can basically be a PDF and still go to his church and everyone loves you and everyone forgives you. That was the logic he was telling me last night. And I'm like, there is something wrong with your fucking moral compass. No, this is what Jesus would want me to do. That's the disconnect on why he cannot be here.
The fact CD said all he did was goon to young folks was disgusting.
Exactly. CD was trying to make the fucking point that somehow his friend was not a PDF file or something. I think that's what he was trying to say, because his friend didn't meet these children in real life and didn't physically touch them. He goes, all he did was goon some young folks. And Xylee snapped on him and goes, what did he do? Oh, he just messaged them some sexual RPG stuff. Ooh. This is what I'm saying. There's a disconnect with CD.